Okay guys, hello, some more Cricut tutorials. I learned some new stuff and I'd like to share it with you. Now, in case you didn't know, you can go to dafont.com and you can download free fonts. You would think your Cricut design space comes with a lot of fonts. Well, it does, but they want to charge you like $4.99 a font. Not doing that. I don't think that's too cool, especially since they know we're going to go get these free fonts. Well, I guess there's probably people that don't and buy those. I don't know. But I just think Cricut could give you more for what we pay for, especially with machines like the Maker. Yes, you can get a lot of things free online, but don't you think they should put more free stuff in the design space already? I do, but that's just my opinion. So you can go down here and you can pick any font you want and download it. Now, I'm looking for one today, and I've done this. I've put a bunch in, and there's other free SVGs and fonts and stuff, and I'll show you that in another video. But what I'm looking for right now is a monogram font that I need, so I'm just going to type in monogram. Okay, and this is the monogramma, the monogrammos. Free monogram. This is a nice one for Christmas time. Oh, there's so many I want right now, but I'm gonna show you how to install it and everything else. Okay. So, okay, I actually like this one, so I'm going to download it and save it. And then I have to go over here to my zip file, and it opens up, and I have this, right? Click on that, and you'll see install. So I install it. It installs to my computer, and then what happens is it's in my system, and when I open up the design space, it will show when I click to fonts, you'll see something called system, which, let me show you. Okay, that was something I was making. Okay, so if we got it, don't worry about that. I don't need this right now. Okay. All right, so let me just go to my design space here and just go to our canvas. Okay, now let's just say I was going to put text. When I want to change my text, that's all. But if I go to system, it will pick up and load all of the fonts on my system. So okay, and sometimes you need to open this again after you've downloaded your fonts. So I'm just going to close my design space, quit, and go over here, and I have to pin my pin to taskbar. Okay. So I will open this and let's try it again. Canvas, right? Put our text, and then go over here to system. And now let's see. Here we go. See? There it is. And so let's say I wanted to do, you know, M or B for Mommy Rowling's blog. It's going to do them in three separate. And I'm going to show you how to separate these. Now, what we have to do, let's make this a little bigger. Okay. And the first thing we want to do is ungroup them. And let's spread them out here. Okay. And so since M would be the first letter, we have to get rid of these other two letters. So what we do is we pick shapes. And we need 3 shapes here. Okay, put these over here. We squeeze that down a little bit. Put that on there. Okay, all that. Like that. And then we go down. Then we have to select that, okay? And then we hit slice. And we can get rid of all that. So we just delete all that. Okay, and we just do the same thing. Now we're going to use the one in the middle, of course, because we're doing a monogram. So we have to, this is one takes 2 sides to do this. Okay, and I need one more square. Okay, so now again, just select it, slice, and delete, 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 and let's do the same thing to this side. Just put that on that or on that side, and oops, select, and then slice. Okay, and then delete, delete. Okay, and we've got the middle one, and then we just need this one over here on the end. So this one like that, select, and slice, delete, delete. Takes 3 deletes, 3 deletes. Now we put these together. Come here. Okay, so we're going to make a layered image. I'm going to go to my images, my uploads, and I'm going to choose, oh sorry, I first have to grab my monogram. So let me go to my projects, grab my monogram, and I'm going to want to customize it. Okay, so here's my monogram. I put that there. Now I'm going to grab my images. And I want to go to my uploads. And I want to grab my pineapple and insert that image. Okay. I want to duplicate this. 2 times. Because what we have to do, okay, this one I want to just save as a guide. I'll show you that in a second. Is we're going to use the contour to separate this because we can't use an ungroup on this project. Now we want to make sure that our images that are the same size when we're going to do this. Yes, okay. So what we'll do, first we'll go here and we'll click contour, and we're going to get rid of, we're just going to click on all the parts of hold on a minute. Okay, you can do it over here or over there, but now I think we've got, oh, one more. Okay, and then just close out of that. We should have just the bottom. Perfect. Keep it the same size right now. Then we want to come over here, we're going to do the same thing, contour, but we're going to get rid of the bottom this time. So there's a lot of pieces here, I know, but we're going to go down here and click, and you can just click because there's multiples of the same kind, and just make sure that it's not removing anything on the top. Oh, see, that one got rid of one on the top, so we just click these. And that one, they'll come back. Click these out here. Dog is going crazy right now. Dreaming, in a dog fight or something. I don't know what she's dreaming about. Sassy, it's okay. I think we're all good then. So we'll go out of there, okay? And then what we want to do is look at our guide over there. Pop our top on. See how that is, and we can enlarge this one to what we think to see how that lines up like the original. Perfect. Okay, so we can get rid of this one now. Delete that. Okay, and then we're going to change the colors on this one. So we're going to put that as we want it to be yellow, and we want the top to be green. And I'm sorry, Sass, come on. Okay, now to put our monogram in the middle, we're going to want to put a circle. Okay, so let's first select that and move that over there. Okay, now, so let's get a shape because we're going to slice a shape in. Let's unlock our monogram and make it smaller. Okay, so let's get a shape, a circle. Okay, and let's unlock that and kind of get it to the size we want. Okay, let's see how that looks there. All right, let's make it a teeny tad smaller. Yeah, okay. Good, so we'll get that right where we want it. Sass, please. Okay, like that. Okay, so I want to select these, right? And then click slice. And now we'll pull this out and pull this out and pull this out. And then we'll put our monogram. And they're like that, and I think I want to bring this down just a teeny tad. Okay, now I want to change that color to purple. Okay, so that's the design, right? Okay, now let's get rid of these parts. But how are we going to line it up? So we have to make registration marks. So registration marks are just, I know they sound like copyright things, but they're shapes you use to line things up. So we're going to pick 2 squares here. Okay. We are going to take our squares over here and we're going to unlock them. Unlock that, excuse me, we don't need 2 squares. We want to make sure they are exactly the same size. So we're going to duplicate this. Duplicate, right? And we're going to put them right here. And then we're going to select them both. And we're going to say align bottom. Okay. And then we're going to weld them together. And we're going to put them under our pineapple like that. Okay, what are we going to do now? Now what we're going to do is select this whole image here and then, okay, so we're going to duplicate twice and move them over. And so we've got our 3 duplications. Now we're going to eliminate one thing in each one in order that we have each single element plus the registration marks. This one's going to be the monogram. The next one we're going to just unhide. You see we go on the side and just click hide the other parts that we don't want to see. So we hide the top and we're going to hide the monogram and we're just going to leave the pineapple there. We hide the pineapple bottom part of it and the monogram, just leave the top. And then this last one, we're going to hide everything but the pineapple body. There. So there we have all 3 elements separately with the registration marks. Now we're going to weld them all together. Okay, and then we're going to click on Make It. And we can just, I'm just going to show you that everything fits together perfectly. We will line up the registration marks exactly where we want it. And you know, I did rough. My marks are not lined up right there, but you'll see that it will be fine. So I'm just going to click on Make It. Okay, so now we're going to create it, and it's going to show us how to load our mats. So if you don't have 3 different mats, you'll have to wait, but if you have your 3 different mats, you're going to put them on the way it says, and it will show you where it prints. And so to make sure, you know, you have each mat loaded the right way, and then you just click on the green Create It, and it's going to take you to choose your material. And you can also change your pressure of your cutting, your fine point cutting blade. So that's it. And now we're going to go to the other side of the maker, and I will show you how this came out. Okay, so I'm going to save this now, and I'll show you how it comes out on the other side. Okay, so I have my mats all ready with the colors for each part of the pineapple layered decal. The first piece that it shows me is the yellow that we're going to cut the body of the pineapple, so I feed that into the machine and I'm ready to push the blinking Cricut button to get started. And let's go. It's going to cut the design, and then of course it will show me the feed button flashing again, which means I can press that and release the mat and then go feed our next mat in and so forth. So I'm going to let this go here. It doesn't take that long, but these are, what I've noticed, really intricate little cuts. This is probably not something I should have started with, because it's just a little intricate, and I just found some of the little pieces, especially when I made one smaller than this, were sticking on, not coming up or just giving me issues. And I think it was just a little bit too intricate for my second label. But I mean, I was glad that I did it, the big one. So you'll see. Is it perfect? No. But again, I am very new at this, and I think that there's a learning curve. And, you just strive to be better. You've got to start somewhere. All right, so I'm going to speed this up now, and we will check it out at the end here. So all three pieces are cut. Now we're going to trim around them in order to preserve the rest of the vinyl to be used again. I still can't get over when I saw one tutorial where the woman just took the entire 12 by 12 sheet of vinyl off there and just chucked it. That was really weird. Okay, anyway, so I'm cutting these away, taking them off the mat and then trimming them. So I'll have, 3 small pieces of vinyl with the cutout pieces on them and the registration marks. All right, when I'm done with that, that's what we'll have. I'm going to start carefully peeling off the yellow. Like I said, it's very intricate, and I'm going to get my weeding tool. Okay, now that we have all three pieces out, we're going to get our transfer tape, which I have there, and we're going to add each piece one by one. At this point, I didn't know where my scraper was. I found it. So I was improvising using all kinds of things. You'll want to use your scraper, especially with something like this. And anyway, I'm going to cut the paper to fit the design and then start putting it on each piece and lining up the registration marks. So I will just speed on through that at double time. Okay, and we are done with our first 3 tricolor 3-layer decal, and it was an intricate design, and I'm pretty proud of the way it came out. I have a little piece of pink there. I just noticed that was on something, but that comes off. Let's get it off right here. Just careful. And there we go. Yeah. Should use my weeding tool probably. Make it a little easier, my tweezer, but I like to do things the hard way. There we go. Okay. And so there it is. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you try it. Bye now.